Reality hits men harder than women. Some say women are born with inherited value, while men have to create theirs. Many average women expect high-value men, while average men understand their place in the hierarchy. But here's the good news. This video will offer a woman's perspective on what makes a high-value man. Whether you're a regular guy or have your life together, these tips from women themselves can help you always appear as a high-value man. Before we get into it, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Number 1. Dinner dates. Most women love it when a man takes them to a dinner date. This shows them that you are a high-value man. They don't prefer just drinks or coffee for a first date. It doesn't allow people enough space and time to get to know each other. Additionally, if there's chemistry and prior in-person meetings, it's appropriate to extend a date invitation. Getting a coffee and a walk doesn't make for a great first date. But here is the thing, not every girl prefers a dinner date. Some girls like something a little bit more casual. Girls have different preferences, and that doesn't automatically mean someone is low value based on where they take you for a date. This really comes down to personal preference. Some girls really like a coffee date, or an ice cream date, or something a little bit more casual, whereas some girls might like a fancy dinner date. The most important thing is to make sure that you're aligned with the person that you're going out with. There are a lot of men out there who take women on dinner dates and are not great men. Just try to find out what she likes before fixing a date. Number 2, good communication. So, after your dinner date, you should be following up with her the next day. As a gentleman, you are supposed to check up on her, and it could just be a simple, "Hi, I had so much fun last night. Look forward to seeing you again." It doesn't need to turn into, like, an endless texting banter because that's appropriate right off the bat either. It's always nice to ease into things, but a follow-up text the next morning, make sure you got home okay. That's all good stuff. Following up the night of or the morning after is 100% what you should be doing. This whole waiting 3 days thing to contact her, play mind games tactic that people tell you to do online is beyond immature, and women actually hate it. A man who feels sure of himself and knows what he wants will reach out after the date and show interest by saying he enjoyed himself. If you text on the same day as the date, you might say, "Hi, I had a really good time. Let me know when you get home," or "Hope you got home safely." Keep it short and nice to get a reply from her. Also, you don't have to text all the time. It's not necessarily the best to text constantly. Just make sure to mention that you had a good time so she knows how you feel about her and the date. This way, she won't be left wondering. This shows good communication skills. And number 3, action match their words. So most women love a man that does what he says. Let's take, for example, you tell her, "I'm excited to see you. I can't wait for our date," but then disappear, cancel at the last minute, or are unreliable. It's just confusing. Most women believe that it's more important to see what you do rather than just listen to what they say. You can say anything, but if actions don't match, it doesn't mean much. It's important to pay attention to what you do, not just what they say, because actions show more than words. Having actions not matching results is a big red flag. There's a trick any man can use to make his actions and words match and impress that lady. That's what we call under-promising and over-delivering. Let's give you an example. If you tell her, "I'm going to take you on a date this weekend," and then you end up taking her on a date on Tuesday, she's going to be pleasantly surprised because you're under-promising and over-delivering. We think it's just really important to make sure that your actions are aligning with the things that you're telling people. Number 4, he takes control. Now this is one of the signs of a high-quality man that you see everywhere. On TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, just name it. Although people do this, most of them don't know how exactly it should be done. So if you are doing something nice for her, like taking you out on a date or making plans for you to hang out, you should tell her about it. It's not right to disappear and then surprise her without any explanation. However, if it's a surprise, like her birthday or another special occasion, you don't have to tell her beforehand. You can take charge and keep it a secret. There's no need to talk about your plans. Just figure out what she likes, which you can do by talking to her, and go from there. Women just love this. Number 5, he doesn't try to impress. Women don't like it when men try to impress them with their job, money, or possessions. This is so important because anybody can sit there and brag about how much money they have, what kind of car they drive, where they work, all these things. And it's like, what are we even doing here? Those are so surface level, and it's the wrong way to get a girl. Believe it or not, most women will want to know who you are as a person. They want to know what your morals and your values are, what your family is like, what your relationship with your mom is like, what you like to do in your free time, what your hobbies are, what your passions are, what makes you laugh, what makes you cry, what your favorite food is, what your favorite color is. If you lead your conversations with money, things will stay superficial and you won't make much progress. If things go well, you're probably dealing with a gold digger. Number 6, he's confident. A high-quality man is able to handle any situation with confidence. You should be able to easily adapt to any circumstance without letting fears get in the way. Women just love a confident man. A confident man acknowledges that numerous things are beyond his control, yet he remains determined to pursue his desires. A man should be ready to take risks, understanding that even if he doesn't succeed, he can gain valuable lessons from the experience. Taking risks is also a good indication of confidence, which is very attractive in a man. Taking a risk doesn't necessarily mean taking a leap into the dark. It can be anything from asking out a colleague you've been interested in trying new food. Most women even test their man during tough times, just to find out if he has this quality. Number 7. He embraces all. Women hate it when men want to transform them. A high-quality man will never make any woman like you need to transform from pauper to princess just to please him. Relationships are about molding oneself around the other person. They're about compromises and lessons and the occasional sacrifice, yes, but these things are fluid, not rigid. A high-quality man might give the woman he loves gentle feedback about a certain aspect of their behavior, but he would never expect to change their core, the stuff that makes you, you. A man should learn to love a woman's personality and the complexity of their mind. Also, women love it when men adore the little things that they do, from funny facial expressions to their strange rules and quirks. Turn number 8. Control of his time. High-value men prioritize freedom, and time is the most valuable asset you have, which is why it doesn't matter if you drive a Mercedes, if you drive it on your way to a 9-to-5 job, and other people tell you when to show up and what to wear. That's not freedom. You're not free. You can be a high earner and not be a high-value man because you don't own your own life. Someone else does. This concept is called the golden handcuffs. The money is so good you're trading your time and freedom for it. It takes several years before you realize you've made a bad trade. This is why high-value men are in most cases older. It's hard to be a high-value man in your 20s because you haven't been through enough real life to acquire wisdom, no matter how many videos you've watched. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.